Alright guys, so I'm doing a video today of me weathering this flag up. This is a Japanese banner that I made for my World War II memorabilia collection. I recently got a sewing machine, so I made this just to practice, learn how to use and get practice using it, so that's why I made this. And I don't want it to look brand new, I want it to look old and weathered. I'm basing this off of some pictures I found of an actual Japanese banner from that era, and I just wanted to do a video of me weathering. There's a little bit of black paint here, I got on it by accident when I was setting up here, but that's okay because I'm going to weather it anyways. One of the first things I did was the white fabric I used isn't bright white, it's a off-white color. Just the fabric itself is going to help with the weathering since it's already an off-white color. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. First thing I'm going to do is just spritz the whole thing with water. It's already wet here where I tried to blend in that paint because I didn't mean to get paint right there, but I was able to use the water to make it look like it was on purpose. So I'm just going to get the damn thing to work. Mist over the whole thing. So why is it not working? God damn it. Jesus Christ. Are you fucking kidding me? God. The goddamn water thing don't want to work anymore, so fuck it. Don't fucking work. The reason why I'm wetting the things is I don't want it to look like it's been painted. I want it to look like it's been naturally weathered over time. Wetting the thing first will make the paint look like stains instead of paint. Alright, so I got another spritz bottle here. Hopefully this one will actually work. It's got water in it with black and burnt umber paint. I didn't use straight up black because there's never straight up black weathering in nature. There's always other colors into it, and that's the main thing with weathering is layering up the colors. Just going to spritz this. And you can see there's adding these specks to it. Now I don't want to go too heavy on it. And with the water I put on there, it looks like stains instead of just specks of paint that have been splattered on here. Because you can see here where it's a little bit drier, it looks like specks, but where it's more damp, it looks more like actual stains like it's supposed to, and that's what I want. Alright, now I'm going to try to blend in the paint a little bit. Alright, like how that looks. Next thing I'm going to use is all I've got here is coffee, just black coffee in here. The reason I'm using that is just get some different color, and I'm going for some heavier stains on here, like that. I want a bigger splot right there. And try to feather the edges a little bit. I got some water right here. Back over with some water. Kind of wash it out a little bit. Alright. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to flick on tiny specks of the color. And the reason why I'm doing this is this is how they actually look. Because I've seen these flags like this in museums before, and you take a closer look at them, there's tiny specks of color on them. That's what I'm going to do. And this brush will work. I'll jump all up in the brushes. Let's see this will work. There we go. I'm just doing like this with the chip brush and flex on tiny specks of color. Use this technique for a lot of stuff. Add up some more heavy weathering up here since there's not that much weathering up here. I'm going to go back over that with water. That looks good. Coffee is really good for weathering fabric and paper because the color it gives is not, it just gives a good color. That's why I like using it, and that's why a lot of people like using it. Go back with some coffee over here. And the red part, because the red doesn't show the weathering as good as the white part does. The white part shows everything, whereas the red part You still see the weathering, but it kind of hides some of your detail. And I'm going to add some more here. I'm going to add a stain right here that goes on both the red and the white. And that drips down. Yeah, it looks good. Go back over that with a little bit more water. Soften it up a little bit. You can see how it's running down the flag. Alright, now I'm going to add another color to this. I'm going to use this stuff called Zombie Blood. I don't know if they still sell this or not. I've had this bottle for a few years now. And Zombie Blood is not a regular fake blood. It has a different color to it. This was made for staining clothes that are supposed to have dried blood stains on it. And when this dries, it has a reddish brown color with a hint of gray to it. And I'm going to add a lot of this to it because I don't want like blood stains on it. I just want to add another color, another layer of color to this thing. I'm just going to add a few specks of this across this whole entire thing. Also going to dilute with water because I don't have much of this left, and I also want it to be thinner. Right. So I'm going very lightly with this, just a few little specks across the whole thing. And another color to it. And I'm using the little flicking technique that I showed earlier. And from a distance you can't really see until you get up close and you can see the red. Just adds another color to it. And you won't be able to really see it here on the red part, but I'm going to add a little bit to it, add a little bit of the... It shows up a little bit. Alright. Just want to give it one more mist to this. I'm going to stand really far back. Alright. That looks pretty good. I'm going to leave it like that and let it dry.